Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say. And so our card for today is the Seven of Swords, which has to do with futility. And also, I always just think of quite, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing just because I understand this deeply in my soul from my own experience. But just living in a state of a lot of illusions, right? Being really just kind of seduced by superficial things, things that, and not just superficial, but just things that are distractive. Okay. I guess part of it is I have ADHD. So anything shiny or anything that's like kind of just slightly captivating, I am totally immersed. So let's take a look at what we have here. I want to look at it, I think, from this right here. Okay. And so we have a person who is standing in the emotional, but also very planted in the metaphysical. Okay, so this is a highly spiritual person. And, I believe that this is you, definitely. Leo, you are all maybe not always overtly very religious or spiritual, but maybe you are. Maybe that's a big part of your identity. But usually I think your relationship to the divine is something that is fairly private. And it's quite intense as well. You're very protective of your internal experiences. And I see this and I'm looking at it and it reminds me very much of I have a book and it's called, oh my gosh, what is it called? The Museum of Mysteries, I think. It's a book of alchemical engravings and lithographs and artwork. And there's a section of apparitions. Okay, and they really are mostly actually kind of images of sound and light frequencies coming from like sound pollution or things like auras or different levels of vibration. But it's not unlike this, where you can see the person and above them, or there are images of buildings as well. But these kinds of energies, and you would think, okay, this is like the aura, this is the psyche. I look at them often as, okay, these are like thoughts, psyche, kind of the different spheres that the different frequencies and vibrations relate to. And so I look at this and I feel like you have a lot going on. Okay, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You are very immersed in these things that really, they're presenting themselves to you, but these are also your own thought forms, right? And I feel like you are in a place where you're really, really manifesting a lot, okay? Some of it is coming through into your physical world, and we can see this is spreading from that emotional into the flat of the bowl. This is the physical realm. But, and here's the thing, I think that this is where the Seven of Swords comes in. You get distracted. going out, having fun, which is not bad, but it can be distractive. Relationships that are fleeting, impulses, physical sensations, whatever it is, passing interests. None of these are bad things, right? But when you are in a place that is so potent, you have a lot of conceptualizing happening. You're creating, and if you don't know what a thought form is, this is like you are. Do you want to come up here? Come on. Okay, there you are. You want to say hello? Okay, so a thought form is. Excuse me. A thought form is not unlike a tulpa, and these are basically you are creating something in your mind. Say, wow, okay, you think of, I have this cat, it lives in my interior world. I dream about it all the time. Every time I think about it, it forms to be a little more detailed. I'm getting to know, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like when I pet it. What is its temperament? What is its name? What is it like? What doesn't it like? And over this time, which could be many years, right, of encountering this, it becomes, and the tulpa is something that actually passes from the interior into the psychic realm, into the physical realm. Okay. And so we begin to manifest it into our life, and it starts to, embody matter. Okay. And a tulpa, the idea of a tulpa, maybe versus a thought form, is that a tulpa doesn't necessarily have autonomy from the creator or the magician or monk or whatever. Whereas a thought form is a more general term and can definitely have its own consciousness and identity and so on. So, I feel that, and this is a more complicated way of just saying you're manifesting your desires, your wants, your needs, and so on. But I feel that you're in a really potent zone where you are really conceptualizing, getting ready for this next section of time, creative work, how your relationships are going. It looks very much like a tree. There are a lot of birds in here. I feel like we have some hearts. And even there looks like there is a face in there. And I think that, there is really this huge, you have a plan. You always have a plan, a large plan, complex. That's kind of the nature of a Leo in my mind. They're always on the move. They always have something going on. And it's usually a lot more intricate and vast than you all let us see, right, from the outside. So, I think that this is a really important time to don't become distracted, basically, to give yourself completely to that which you love, to that which is important to you, to the practices, the work, the ritual, creative process, whatever it is. Give yourself over to that. Do not get too unraveled in those frivolous things. And I know this is a message that comes up fairly often with Leo, but let's face it, you all, you love to love, you love to experience life to the fullest. And, you're very passionate people. And, I think that there is always a very intense balancing act going on with all of this. So, you know, my thinking as I look at this, it really is to stay the course, to stay on task, okay? Bring yourself back to center as you're kind of going away from the, you know, the work that you're doing, your intention, okay? Wait, I love you so much. Can you stop licking my face? I don't need to be cleaned right now, but I really appreciate it. Not my face. I don't like it on there. Okay. So, let's see. What else do we have? We have an arrow right here. No. So we are moving towards the future. And I feel like that is, you know, coming fast and faster yet. The days are going by very quickly. And I see a person here. You can see. Please don't lick my face. I love you so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. We have a person here, and we also have a person here. Okay, and they both look like they're in movement. This one looks like they are maybe kind of dancing. This one looks like they're climbing a mountain. And so, you know, I think that there is a lot of movement towards the future. There is a joyousness in it all. Okay, I think you're really in a good place. I think that you are kind of like a happier temperament. Maybe you love this time of year. Something has you smiling. Maybe you are in love. Maybe you're just feeling really in the flow of things, very connected with the universe. But I do think this is going to be an important time for you to continue to do the work. And ultimately, as we have talked about in recent readings, I think this is a time that could become pretty lucrative if you are beginning new projects, if you are starting new jobs, starting a business. There seems to be an air of money. So, you know, don't get lost in things and lose that opportunity. Okay, so we also have a Taurus symbol here. We have, it looks like maybe a mother figure and a child, and we have a bird, okay? So, I feel like maybe you have an elder female in your family who is a Taurus. I feel like they are trying to get a hold of you. I don't know that they have transitioned. Usually with the birds, I think, okay, this is somebody who has passed on. But I think that this might be somebody even who is still, they maybe are around still. There's a break in the communication, and I can see there's like scattered emotions here. And I don't necessarily think that this is like there's any kind of conflict, but I feel like almost I get this feeling that they don't want to bother you, that you're busy, and it's like I don't want to call and bother you. I know that you're kind of like you have some momentum in the stuff that you're doing. Don't want to get in the mix or in the middle of all of that while you are focused. Okay, so if you haven't heard from this person, I think that you should take the step to get a hold of them. Okay, just to check in, see what's going on. Okay. Now we're going to do the Dreamers Stack 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams from the I Know collection. I'm going to flip through this. I'm going to see where I just stop where it feels right. Okay. And it says, I know my deepest desires are the pathways towards my dreams. I'm going where it feels right. There you go. But don't be tempted by those shiny things. You know what my big deal is? Being on the phone. Just idly doing stuff on the phone. I waste so much of my life doing that. So many hours that I could be creating something. I could be, whatever, learning how to do something else. And it just adds up, over time. That's not to say that and here's one of my things. I just noticed that there. It's not to say that, the phone, the internet, is the philosopher's stone, right? It is the Library of Alexandria. We have all of the knowledge in the world at our fingertips, and yet sometimes we just be wasting our time. And so we must, be vigilant and stay the course, especially when you're in these alignments where universe is really helping you create, manifesting that abundance that you want, that you need. Okay. All right. Leo, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. I appreciate you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing so. It is free. You can join the channel. If you hit that little bell, you'll know when the next videos are coming out. Leo is to be read on Mondays from now on. So look for your readings on Mondays. Other days there will be bonus readings and such. So there might be other Leos. So come back and look for those as well. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read all of them. They mean a lot to me. They truly do. You all are so kind. Just the universe feels like it has really smiled upon myself and my family. And we have made so many amazing connections with people through the channels. It is such a blessing. I love you all. We will talk in a few days. And I thank you so, so, so much.